And we are back on the Rodriguez Show, and they're here. You've heard about them, the super group. They're going to tell you who they are for the first time together as a group. This is the Varsity.
Everyone just joined.
You see a lot of familiar faces over there, but I'm going to let Eric Young introduce everybody in the group, starting with, of course, Eric Young, yourself.
Yeah, Eric Young, baby.
Who else we got?
We got Blake Jones right here. We got Eddie Rotten right here. Got Brian Earth of Apollo Bebop, Gucci Mar, Pretty Papes back here. Rocky Angelini couldn't make it, neither could Frosty, but they're also part of the Varsity. And we got Los Wave, and the MVP of the Varsity. It's safe to say, right?
Yes,
safe to say, the MVP
Los.
of the Varsity. Shout out Los Wave and Daniel James, also two producers.
Nice.
Two producers of the Varsity.
And you guys are here because tonight at El Rincón Mexicano, which is tonight, the 25th of August, it's the premiere party of the music video for, what's the name of the song?
The Weekend.
The Weekend. The Weekend is the name of the song. We're going to premiere the music video, and they're going to unveil the entire group. You're doing it right now on the show, but in public for the first time at El Rincón Mexicano. How do you feel about that?
Feel good, bro. It feels like a honor being able to introduce it to like the homies, with the homies too, you know. But like everybody here in the scene is sick, man.
Yeah,
super dope.
Definitely going to be a good event. So how did this group then come together? Does anybody want to start?
Somebody else start this.
Oh, fuck. Here, it's Eddie Rotten. I don't know if you see me. But I just wanted to say it started with...
Eddie Rotten here.
I think first it started with Eric. I think Eric had the idea of like... he wanted to do like a super group in the vein of like... some of like other stuff we were like influenced, and it was like, why doesn't OC have something equivalent? And the thing about Eric is when he says something, he does it. You know what I mean? He makes moves, he gets it done, and we're here, 30 songs deep. You know, what to do?
Fire.
Damn.
Yeah. And like the crazy part too is like, you know, we all make music, we all know each other, we're all homies, and like we've all been like saying this idea to each other, like, oh yeah, we should all like do something, blah blah blah. But I mean, yeah. And then Eric just like kind of grounded the idea, and put it together. I mean, it's like, and that's not take away from him like coming up with the idea. I'm just saying that this was like the perfect way for it to all come together.
Yeah.
But I can't take full credit either though. Humbly, I actually came up with the idea with Brian in the studio when we were like linked up. we were linked up in the studio. It was Brian and I. Was somebody else there? I think it was me. I think it was just me and you.
Yeah,
and we're like upstairs, and we're talking. I was talking about Vacation Bar. That's across the street from the studio, and how it was popping at some point, and then I started rambling on about how like there's not much of a scene musically, you know, or like much going on in downtown. I just feel like because COVID kind of fucked it up, because COVID made everything weird.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the only one that thinks that? Like COVID just made everything weird as fuck, and it kind of like stole. It stole the culture, like the music culture, you know, from us too in downtown. Cause like we had a lot going on, before COVID. There was a lot going on, you know, like, and I don't know, the like COVID happened, the pandemic, and like just shut everything down. And I was talking to Brian, and I was like, I don't know, man, it kind of fucks with me, you know. I feel like we need to change that. And he's like, you know, we're like going back and forth. He's like, what do you think that is? And I was like, I don't know, like it could be like a festival. Do you think? He's like, nah. And I was like, well, what do you think it should be? And he's the one that was like, it should be an album. Yeah. And I was like, that would be sick as fuck, actually, yeah. And then I just started piecing it all together, you know? Like, I highly respect these dudes, all these dudes.
Yeah.
Gucci Mar, you know what I'm saying? Like
714
shit. Hey, back with 714 shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so that was one of the things. Even us on Instagram, like we saw like the studio sessions happening, like on the stories where you guys would post, like that you guys were working in the studio. So what was that process like, Gucci Mar? Do you want to talk about like that process of recording a song in the studio? How did you guys do that?
Yeah, I honestly, it's so fun working all together. It's really fun to be able to play off of everyone's energy. I think when we go in there, it's not really like, okay, we have to get this done. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, let's see what we can make happen. Yeah. And a lot of the times it's just cool shit.
Nice. Yeah. And I know that Eric, because you talked to me about the process outside of this, interview, that it's tough to have to decide like, okay, this verse is going in and this verse is not, right?
Yeah. It's I feel like it's tough in a sense where like you know, like feelings get involved, dog. You know, like it's our art. You know what I'm saying? But it's about curating like music and like choosing what's best for the song. You know what I'm saying? Like,
is there like is there like a bunch of versions of like one song now?
There's definitely multiple versions because I'm annoying like that. Yeah, I'll have like 4 versions to a fucking song, and then I'll send it to like Brian will like touch with the mix too, like fucking the 5th version. You know what I'm saying? Is the one, but
yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, bro.
Papes, I wanted to ask you, as somebody, you know, everybody knows you for like your wordplay, like just like all you guys. But when you're in that group, do you have to bring your like best bars?
It definitely brings out like a competitive aspect because everybody, you know, they want to obviously do their best, and you're in a room full of people, so it's kind of like you're performing.
Yeah.
And like you want to be on the damn song. He's like, you know, there's gonna be like 9 people in the studio, and you know that everybody ain't gonna make the cut, and you want to be on the record. So
yeah.
No,
nice.
I love the competitive aspect of it for sure, though.
Nice. Yeah, no, it has to. It makes you probably, like you said, like you have to be on your A game, right?
Yeah, we actually went like and did body blows in the restroom to see who would be on the verse.
Dude, no, Gucci Mart fucking toasted us.
Dude,
though,
Mara
on
and
that
Brian were
shit.
going at it, dog. We had to separate them. Like, me, Goons, and Blake, dog. We were like
That
pulling
was
them
crazy.
apart.
Yeah, Goons went to the hospital for a little bit after the body blow situation. No, I'm kidding.
Now he's back to Wu-Tang and Blunts. He's cool.
He just came back stronger after that, pretty much. No, he did. Yo, he did Wu-Tang's a
It was
blunt.
outside of this building like 30 minutes ago.
Check out the real in the.
Fact check on Gucci
Play the
Mar's
clip.
story. Yeah.
Run it
Fact
back.
check on Gucci Mar's story. Go run it back.
Play back.
BT, I wanted to ask you, as somebody that's, you know, you have so many projects going on, how do you balance, like, you know, doing this and everything else that you got going on?
It's tough, but it's just about being intentional with your time. So scheduling, my calendar is like my best friend, because if I don't write it down on my phone, and I even have it on my lock screen, like if it doesn't pop up right here on this little area right there, then it's not happening. So this reminds me like all the time with like what's coming up next. I'm like, oh shit, I got this deadline. But it's a lot of fun because this is what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I just cut back hours at my regular day job, and I'm trying to focus more on this stuff. Obviously, the Varsity is going to be on the priority list right now, but you already know, like I'm already in Apollo Bebop, so we got all our stuff going on. So it is a lot, but I'm not complaining. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's like me and Mondo were talking about it, and like Mondo's like DJing every weekend now, and it's just like this is what you wanted, right? Like you want to be up there all the time.
Hell yeah. It's tired. Hey, cheers, bro. Hey, cheers.
Cheers to that.
Shout out to Mondo.
Mondo.
I appreciate that. That's tight.
So,
Right.
and Mondo's going to be one of the people DJing tonight at the
Yes,
Varsity
sir.
Music
sir.
So, talk a little bit about that event. What can we expect from that?
Good fucking vibes, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's an announcement. It's like no pressure on the show. I was just talking to Rocky on the phone about this earlier or the other day. How there's no pressure, because he was like, what does it entail, bro? I was like, well, high key, dog, we're just gonna vibe. We're gonna have like some DJ homies like Mondo, Daniel James, Taps, I want to say ADM.
Yeah, well, yes.
ADM's gonna be spinning. So like, I don't know, they're all super dope DJs, dude. And at some point, like at that point, we'll gauge. I'm assuming like I got a time in mind that the video should be streamed, but like we'll kind of gauge the room and see if some like people are, you know, fucked up enough, you know, having a good time enough, like, to play that shit. And then afterwards, it's gonna be a party again. Like it's
Nice.
not gonna be no performances, more like a community thing and like an announcement, you know,
Yeah.
like of what's to come too, because like this is just scratching the surface of what's to come, you know.
It's only the beginning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, how did you come up with the name, the Varsity?
The Varsity, well, first of all, there's a couple parts to this, but first of all, it's very appropriate because look at my team right here. The Varsity
Of course.
team, come on.
Yeah.
Heavy hitters, all of them.
Middle linebacker.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then Papes.
Yeah, I'm the towel boy. You feel like you're sweating. I need to.
Quarterback.
Yeah. Gucci Mart said
Gucci Mart quarterback.
This food Papes.
That's the only position Mar knows.
This food.
That's all
This
she needs
food.
to know.
This food Papes on a song. This food.
Just tomorrow.
Papes. This food Papes on a song that we have called Crash Test. has a bar. I'm y'all biggest fans, bro. But this fool has a bar that goes, "I'm on my bully like I made the varsity," and I just like the sound of that more than like the varsity league, like varsity team, like the varsity. Because like I imagine like hearing that on the East Coast, like oh, there's this group out on the West Coast called the Varsity. Like you should like people and like they're dope, you know.
Yeah.
Like thought it had a cooler ring to it, so I just thought the varsity was it. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah.
And like I said, this is not no little league shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've been doing this in the city for a while, and like, I know people in the city, and like these people are like the creme de la creme, you know,
Yeah.
of the city, you know, of like the scene and shit. So
Yeah, that's why it was just such a big deal when I saw like who's gonna be on it. I was like, guys, we need to tell people like this is gonna be great. Like these are this is the best of the best coming together tonight. So tonight is the premiere of the music video, like we talked about the weekend. How was the shooting of that video?
it was cool.
A vibe and a half.
Yeah, it's vibes, all vibes.
Yeah, all vibes. Dude, it was during the day. Brian, BTE shot it right here. Props to Brian.
Nice.
Damn.
Renaissance man, bro.
Rapped
sir,
on it,
yeah.
mixed it, shot it, edited it.
What
I mean, he
can
wouldn't
he do?
I know what can he do, dog. But yeah, no, I mean, he wouldn't say all that, but like, dog, you're fucking sick.
One of the
This guy's
one of the
fucking
most
sick, bro.
home of the city, but I respect the hell and I respect the hell of Brian. And like it was just dope. It was a vibe the whole time. You know, we're just kicking it. Imagine that just being around like your homies all fucking day, like shooting a video,
Literally.
making dope shit, like cracking up.
I know that we're recording this on Tuesday, so you haven't seen the video. Are you actually gonna wait to watch it for the first time that night? I mean, I know not you, Brian.
I'm gonna wait to watch it. Yeah.
You are? Oh shit!
I was editing with my eyes closed the whole time. I wanted it to be a surprise for me.
I kind of
Why is it just shots of our feet?
I kind of hike you want to be honest. Yeah, I want to wait till like the night, like we talked about sending a preview out, but I honestly would want to see it for the first time the night or tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that would be the best thing.
Nice.
You know, like I don't know. That's just my opinion.
No, for sure. Well, that's gonna happen tonight, the weekend at El Rincón Mexicano, 9 p.m. Doors are happening. DJ mixes all night, and the group unveiling will be at midnight. Did we say midnight? Midnight.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Yeah, midnight.
So, So, what can you say about what happens next?
Well, you know, it's
moves
the first-
coming.
Moves coming. I mean, you know, it's a lot of shit. That's the cool thing about having a group like the Varsity is like there's a lot of people involved, so the evolution could go in different ways. You know, like,
Yeah, we
You know-
really like expanded each other's, sound, and like we're able to expand each other and expand our own. And so I think like different kind of art is made from that. You create a different way when you got like different people around you, and seeing what their kind of process is, and seeing like how they, move or present themselves in the studio or whatever. So
yeah.
I think like a lot of fun little ideas.
Yeah, that's cool, dude. I'm super glad Blake said that because I've actually like well, obviously I haven't told you guys, but I've actually like picked something up from all you guys in this process. You know, like I feel like my lyrics have gotten better because I'm paying attention to like to Papes and Blake, Rocky, Brian. You know, like flow too, like swag because I'm listening to Gucci Mara right here. You know, like. I feel like I pick up something from all these foods, and that's the point of it too. You know, is like to evolve. You know, like that's what you do. Like, take advantage of it and use it for what it's for. You feel me? Like,
I would say that I would agree with Eric. I think more than anything, just in the growth, like in the growth aspect itself, as being an artist and just being around other people that they do come from different backgrounds and they all have different flows, and then you understand their mindset. It does help you understand yourself as an artist because you sort of pick up things here and there, and then you also get a lot of you get to be self-aware because you know what, a lot of your, especially being with a lot of your homies and a lot of people that they will tell you to your face like what you should be doing, and you could trust them too. Like it's not like you're just some random plebeian motherfucker
just talking shit.
just talking shit. It's your actual homie saying like, bro, I heard you do this. I like it when your breath is like when you're acting more breathy in your takes or in your flow or doing this or that. And it's really good to have people that you can sort of lean on. Like I sort of understand maybe that's how like TDE feels because like you see how everybody in TDE grew because of everybody else and everybody has their own pocket, but they're still all learning from each other.
Nice. It's been fun for me because in Apollo, I'll be recording and engineering myself, and I'll be recording everyone and being on the computer and all that. But this is my first experience in my life, right? Having this because ever since I was young too, I was engineering myself, but Eric is the one manning and engineering the sessions. So all I got to do is just show up, right, have a good time. I'll bring my my little gaming stuff and just be playing games in between, like people recording and all that. So for me, it's been a lot of fun just not having to work. Obviously, you guys had mentioned earlier, like I do a lot, but this is actually one of the times that I don't have to actually do as much. Yeah. So it's been great for me.
Nice.
Anybody else want to say anything before we wrap up?
I'll say something.
Yeah.
I think it's just been a pleasure in general, just to like not only work with everybody, but get to know everybody on like a personal level too. For me, I feel like I'm always kind of like Brian. Like I would always be just making stuff at the crib. I'm by myself. I got my own vibe, and like I don't know, working in like a group is very like inspiring. It makes you want to keep going. It makes you want to finish some shit. Because sometimes you're by yourself. You could be like get out of the vibe and then just completely call it quits on the song. But here it's like, you know, you could run out of something and then somebody else could pick it up from there. And
then that was like my favorite
the energy
part,
and the vibe
honestly,
can continue. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nice.
If you think about like music too, like music is always meant to be made in like these groups, and it's made for like everyone to share. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that made it tight as fuck.
Nice. Well, the Varsity, it's coming tonight. This is a special moment. This is history being made right here in the studio in Santa Ana. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being the first interview here on the Rodriguez Show. I appreciate it. And shout out to Gucci Mar, who's going to be headlining next Saturday, September 2nd.
Not telling me to be quiet now, huh?
All right, the Varsity tonight, El Rincon Mexicano, 9 p.m. We'll see you there. Thank you guys.